sister, your daughter, and your wife. And you accept that still. Because you don't have what it takes to be man enough to say, damn, we fucked up. They tricked us. They did. Somebody got to break the code, though. So here it is. The whole oppression was to hold back the women, and that's why they changed the words to confuse the innocent. The meek shall inherit the earth, and the strong shall lead. The translation is the feminine shall inherit the earth, and the masculine will lead. Man, y'all can't do no research. That's too easy. It's too easy. 144,000 women to flip the fucking grid so that these devils can't have this planet inhabitable no more. When the grid flipped, it's no longer inhabitable for the negative forces here. The only people authorized by the right of the earth right to flip the grid is women. And the only one that has the formula is the master of masters who was self-raised without the aid of a lodge. He the only one got the keys because all of the rest of the ones in the lodge are broken and missing. So, my main motivation is to get her back to the women and wake these strong brothers like Pharaoh from that slumber of divide and conquer that got us tearing each other down. If I could do those two things, I ain't got to do nothing else. The rest will take care of itself. The baby raping will stop. The cannibalism of the babies will stop. The prisoners people would stop going to prison. The educational failures will stop automatically by just restructuring how we supposed to live as humans. We living like serpents, like reptiles. We're not living mammalian. Examine mammals in the wild. That's why all of your elders always told you to study nature. That's what the word netter is, nature. If you don't study nature, if you don't study what's natural, then you're going to keep living synthetic. Like synthetic humans that was made in Babylon. And so from there, I hope I made enough sense to y'all and I didn't sound like a babbling idiot. Because sometimes people tend to think that if you talk with some sense that you sound like a babbling idiot. But that's the solution. Unity doctrine. You either with us or you against us. You don't have to agree with everything. The only thing you have to agree to is, I'm tired of being oppressed, tired of this whole planet, not just my people, but the whole planet being oppressed. So we got to liberate the women first. So if you look around in pop culture, you'll see women rising to the top. They kissing ass. I'm telling you, they kissing ass. That's why they putting these women in key positions and they're giving them a voice now. They kissing ass. As soon as these women realize that, the ass kissing ain't gonna work. The ass kissing ain't gonna work. They won't settle for less than what they have, what's rightfully theirs. And we won't settle for less than what's rightfully ours. And the enemy that you perceiving as your enemy, he already done surrendered. He's just waiting on y'all to stop fighting each other so you can reap the rewards of heaven. And with that, I say I hope I was able to give y'all some information that's useful and pertinent to our salvation and liberation. And from there, I say I love y'all and keep your head up and keep moving forward. Okay, now I'm going to do some invites on this one because I started this video at 11:47, right, 11:47. And that's 13 minutes before midnight my time. And I'm reaching out to the Kremlin with this one. So this is the Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin connection. This is the revelation of Gog and Magog, right? So what we finna go to now, this is the 10th shot. Remember Nipsey Hussle? They say he got shot 10 times. One was questionable because it was discovered late. That's this one, right? So Nipsey was the 10 shots. Remember, they originally only had a couple shots, and they started adding them as the time went on. He ended up with a total of 10 shots. This is shot number 10. This is the one right here where we bring it all the way on home and tie us into Russia. Now, in the recap, while I'm doing my invites, we done been in China, Sun Wukong, which covers the Orient, China. In Japan, we talked about the Ainu people of Japan, which is the ancient bloodlines of the emperor's family, and where the geisha, when we talked about the geisha, and their role in the redemption process, right? So I got 2 knocks today from the Philippines. It's closely associated with Japan. At one time, it was the same country. And then from the Philippines, I had the 3 knocks, and from the Kremlin, I had 3 knocks. And this was only within the last hour or so. So now I got to answer, how does the Kremlin, Russia, right, relate? How does Russia relate to me? How do I tie Russia into all of these sayings, right? So this is what we finna show y'all. Now, I'm going to go back to the Atlantics is where I left off at with Nat Turner issuing his rebellion, right? So here we go. Let me get over here to the computer so I can flip this around. This is where we was at. We was with the Atlantic title to the rising sun. Yep. So here we was with the Atlantic title to the rising sun. That's where I left off at, right? Y'all remember? We discussed that. Now look at the system. Now remember, we went under and as the CASHAPP and under as the blade that earth, the great mother chopped off the leg of the bull. But this is also represented in Russia. Let me pull up the Russian flag. It's right on the Russian flag. So Russia. This is the new flag. So we need to go back before I show y'all where it's at now. Now the old flag is called the USSR flag. And you see that? It's the USSR, United Soviet Social Republic. It's what most people think that stands for, but it doesn't. Right? USSR stands for the United States, apostrophe S on the state, Soviet Republic, or Socialist Republic. America owns Russia. America as a corporation owns the USSR as a corporation up until what they call the fall of the Kremlin, right? You see that sickle? That time me back to the Atlantic. You see that 5-point star? That time me back into the Muslims and also ties me back into the 5% nation. Because the 5% nation came from under the Nation of Islam. It had a red flag with a 5-point star. The same as the Moors, right? Had a red flag with a 5-point star. So now this tying us all together with Russia. And you see that hammer, Thor's hammer? We're going to get to that. You got to remember that hammer, because I took that hammer to Thor. But now, the reason they called me is because I have to assemble the Knights of the Round Table and remove King Arthur's sword. Now that's I don't know how long y'all couldn't hear me. Next time the sound go out, somebody just chime in on a video chat like y'all calling me, so I'll know sooner, so I'll know what y'all miss. Like soon as y'all don't hear me for like a 3 or 4 count, just somebody just chime in with a call. But now if you look, we going over the flag of Russia. This is the old Russian flag, the USSR, when America owned Russia. But Russia broke the chains. Okay, so now the symbolism from the Melanics took me here. Now I got to get to the Moorish Order of the Round Table, because remember you had King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Can y'all hear me now? Somebody chime me and tell me if y'all can hear me. Nobody? Maybe that'll help. Okay, finally, Amir Ray, good looking. Alright, so now I gotta show y'all the connection. I gotta take y'all to Russia. The modern, or remember the Russian had secret service was called the KGB. Now look at that. Now I'm gonna go in a minute and I'm gonna do some work on this name, the KGB. I want y'all to look at the symbolism. You see the crescent on the 5-point star. Remember the Mother Lodge. Now you see the blue shield from the Blue Lodge. Now we uniting the red and the Blue Lodge. Now the only way they can unite is right there. They divided by a sword. Remember the stone that King Arthur's sword was lodged in? This is it. So in order for me to take control of the Order of the Round Table, right, I have to figure out what this sword, how to get to this sword. How does this sword in King Arthur's story, right, how does it relate to me? My father named Arthur, right? My father named Arthur, and I am the Excalibur. Oh, so it's saying it's not letting y'all respond. I'm getting a message in that it's not letting us respond. But just keep trying. I don't know how Facebook gonna play this. But now, when you pull that sword out, there's nothing else between the Red Lodge and the Blue Lodge. Right? So to remove that sword, I got to lock on to this KGB. Now you see where it says state agency. Now, I don't read it KGB. I read it KBG, which for me ties me into the Tupac with the K is the Illuminati. And the BG, well, the BG ties me in, if I change the order of them, anagram is the law of anagram that's being used here. So Killuminati, BG, Black Gorilla, right? The Black Gorilla family, which ties me back into the Soledad brother, right? And the BG is also for Black Gangster. So now this is telling me that me being the SikApe, soldiers in Killuminati are present everywhere is what SikApe stand for. So here's the Killuminati. That's the Tupac reference. Right? This is an anagram. This is backwards. This is backwards. You can change all of them backwards. You can say, you can just turn to go this way. Black Gorilla Illuminati. Right? We killing that Illuminati noise right here. We finna show y'all what this shit is. Now watch. From here, I gotta tie this back to America and Donald Trump through the Red Lodge and the Blue Lodge. Now earlier I showed y'all a picture. I'm gonna go back to it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. I don't see it. We had a picture of Donald Trump. He was standing there, and I didn't read that sign. Should have read that shit then. I didn't read it, but I gotta read it. It gotta be here. It gotta be. Let me see. Maybe it's behind this. It was on an ad. You know what? Easiest way to do it is I'm going to go to here, to the last video I did, and I'm going to pull that picture of Donald Trump up, right? Go to another feed. I accidentally typed 444. What I'm looking for. Alright, so now what I'm doing, so y'all know, I'm trying to tie this Russian situation here, and you see this, into Donald Trump. It got to match Donald Trump, because they both heads of state of the two of the most powerful countries in the world, and they both in on this cleanup shit. So they got to match. Now, let's look here. This how long Russia was a country. From 1922, look, Spring Mathematics 19, Master number 22, to 1991. Now look, the 19 and the 19. So all that Supreme Mathematics meaning this was by divine decree that this happened, right? Now look, they call it the hammer and the sickle, the red and the gold, right? Now, if we go over to the CIA, look at what you see. Now, I'm going to try to see the symbol, because the symbol is important right here. The CIA symbol. Now, remember, see that? You see the bird. Now, remember earlier I had to go through the nation of the 5%. Watch. Let me show y'all. I went through the nation of the 5%. You see the symbolism? It's the same. Right? So this is telling me I'm following the right trail. Go back to it. Where is it at? No. CIA. Alright, now look. Right? Now, I'm gonna go right back again. You see the symbols? Only difference is the color. This is black and gold. The other one is red. Think Jamaica, red, black, and gold. Think Jamaica, red, black, and gold. All this is matching. Alright, so now, what else do they got on there? United States of America. Central Intelligence Agency. Now remember I told y'all, Puffy told me to look at the Central Intelligence Agency. Now you see why in the symbols. That's the 5% with the eagle over the top. You see that? So that was telling me I got to look for the Hells Angels, right? And I got to connect the Hells Angels back to the nation, the guys and earths in New York on the 5% nation, right? Now, watch this. I'm going to go through this one more time and try to find that picture of Trump, because I sure didn't do nothing but clicked off the page, so it should still be sitting there. Let me see something. Nope. Okay, so I don't see that picture of Trump. And while y'all look at that, now look at those symbols that I went over earlier. Right? Review this and look at this while I pull this video up of Trump. I'm going to pause it when I get to the part. Alright? So they say signs and symbols is for the conscious mind. I'm sitting here going through all of this shit with y'all. That Nat Turner said blew my wig back, by the way. I wasn't even expecting that. Alright, let me go back. It was a short video. It was the Nat Turner video.
So, I don't know.
Alright, so now I'm looking for the video. You gotta bear with me for 1 second. I know y'all people don't like to sit around and just listen. But I'm gonna go to the Nat Turner said video.
So,
go to when I got in the house. Running kind of slow. Okay, so now, while this catching up,
so go back.
while that's catching up, I want to go over here and see what happened if I just Google Trump.